Hello, my friends. Welcome back to my channel, Diamonds and Washi. My name is Katie, and if you are new to my channel, hi, welcome. I hope you'll consider subscribing, and if you are back, welcome back. Today I'm here with my monthly recap and month in review video, which is where I take a little time just to share with you the different diamond painting projects I've worked on and completed or not completed during the past month. I just like to share a little snapshot of the things that I really loved about the different kits. Most of these kits I have done dedicated post-review videos on, so if you really want to see me go into depth about any of these kits in particular, I'll be sure to link to the post reviews for them down in the description box below. I'll also link to all of these kits and the shops and artists that they come from down in the description box as well, so I encourage you to check them out if any of them look like kits that you'd like to get your hands on or shops that you'd like to check out as well. So in the month of May 2022, I completed 3 diamond painting kits, and I'm going into the month of June with 3 works in progress or WIPs. I put up 20 videos on my YouTube channel, not including my Patreon vlogs, and one of those videos was something that had been on my to-do list for quite a long time. It was my diamond painting for beginners video, and so that's a milestone or achievement that I'm excited to have reached during the month of May. It feels really good to have that particular goal of mine checked off my list. So now I'd like to take a little time to go ahead and just touch on each of the pieces that I completed this month. I'd also love for you to share in the comments below what the month of May looked like for you. What kinds of diamond paintings or other crafting projects did you work on? Do you have any accomplishments or finishes you're really proud of and want to share about? Please feel free to do so. I always love reading about what you guys are up to as well. So I do keep a logbook that actually I tend to go through and finish updating right before I go to do these different month in review videos, but I've tracked each of the different kits that I've completed in here, and this is where I kind of make my notes for what I like about the kits and all the stats and whatnot. It's not terribly fancy. I've seen people with really beautiful logbooks out there. Mine tends to be a little bit more utilitarian. So anyway, this is what I tend to reference as far as okay, what are the stats for the kit and whatnot. So my first finish for the month was this very beautiful My Sword. This is from the shop Enablers Outpost, and they licensed this piece from Indie Creates. It is 50 by 65 centimeters. It has 34 colors and round diamonds. But what's really special about this kit and the diamonds in it is that it has a total of 5 special drills in it. 3 different colors of crystal drills and 2 different AB diamonds. So the crystals, I feel like, make up at least a third, if not close to a half of this piece. I did go into lots of detail and depth on this in the post review for this, but that sparkle from the crystal that you're seeing from this lighting, that is just those crystal drills. It's made it very difficult to photograph accurately, actually, but we have these really deep cranberry crystals up here in her hair. We have these amazing colors and shading in her face, and even some crystals in her face as well. They're these really pretty, I think these are 550 crystals, a really deep purple crystal. And then a lot of these dark black almost looking colors are actually a 939 crystal. So lovely. This was from Enablers Outpost's Generation 3 run of kits, which was, I think it was from the first round of their Generation 3 kits, and they've since done a second round. I've picked up a couple of those kits, and I believe they have more on the way. I believe that they also either did or still do have a pre-order form up for this kit if you're interested in ordering this one for yourself. You'll find that in their Facebook group, which I will link below, of course, like I mentioned. So take a look there if you're interested in trying to pick up this kit for yourself. But you guys, I adored so much about working on this kit. It was really nice to work on a kit from a company that I don't necessarily spend a lot of time working on kits from. And it's always good to support a small business in the community, and So yeah, Elizabeth and Edward are the owners over there. Enabler's Outpost is probably most well known for their pens, but you guys, they're doing some really lovely, lovely things with diamond paintings lately. So please, please, please go take a look at what they have to offer. They have even more beautiful artwork coming, and I'm so excited and so proud of them for the improvements and the hard work that they're pouring into these kits. So the only hiccups that I ran into with this kit, which I did mention to them, one was that I got down to the end of the kit and I literally only had 5 left of this cranberry crystal color. And I guess they had mentioned that someone else that had completed the kit before me had actually run out. So they did let their manufacturer know for future runs of kits. And of course, they would have sent me replacements had I needed it, but I didn't, so it was okay. But that's one thing to keep an eye out for. If you already have this kit in your stash, make sure you're using and keeping track of all of those crystals just in case. So, but their customer service is really fantastic. So I don't even consider that a strike against them. I consider that just working out some of the kinks, some of the growing pains. I maybe would have liked to see just a little tiny bit more definition with the rendering because there are so many dark colors in here. I thought maybe some of the details got a little bit lost. But, I haven't really looked at this piece since I did the post review a couple weeks back, and I'm looking at it again and going, yeah, no, I still really, really love so much about this kit and the way that it turned out. So I highly recommend getting your hands on it if this looks like artwork that appeals to you. And I'm really excited that we have even more that's coming to us from this particular artist, Indie Creates, as well. Okay, this was my sword. This was my first finish of the month of May and was my 14th finish of 2022 and my 77th finish overall of all time. Yes, I do keep track of those stats just for fun. So anyway, let me shift this one off to the side. I want to share with you my next finish for the month. Next up is this adorable little Hipster Boston Terrier. Now, while this kit did not get a dedicated post review on the channel and didn't really feature on any whip-in chats or anything like that, I did use this kit as part of a really special milestone video for myself. This was the kit that I worked on and used as a demo kit for my Diamond Painting for Beginners video. The name of this piece again is Hipster Boston Terrier. The artist for this kit is Marilyn Kazanave. I may be mispronouncing that. It's from the company Diamond Art Club, though I actually purchased this kit at Joann's. For the purposes of that video, I had wanted to buy a kit from a craft store. I wasn't necessarily even looking specifically for a Diamond Art Club kit. I just wanted a kit that looked like it would be really beginner friendly. I liked that it had round diamonds. I liked the fact that it's a partial. A partial is when you have a piece that the diamonds don't cover the entire image field. So this mint background isn't diamonds, it's just printed, and there's some mint here, but then diamonds that go here around the outside. So partial is just when you have some canvas and then some diamonds. It's not just all diamonds the whole way across, you know what I mean? So I liked that. I liked that it only had 18 colors. It has round diamonds, but it did have one AB, which was fun to demo with as well. So I like the size of it. Everything about this just really was perfectly beginner friendly. So this is why this is the kit I ended up with. I wouldn't necessarily have reached for this style of kit, with a Boston Terrier or anything like that. Maybe wouldn't have necessarily reached for that otherwise, but I found that I actually really did enjoy working on this kit quite a lot. So the size, I think, of the image field was 41 by 48 centimeters, but then you have the dog that's the partial in the middle. Like I said, it had 18 colors, round diamonds, including one AB. This was a 24-hour kit for me. I kitted it up one evening and spent the following 24 hours filming time lapses of working on this kit from various angles. I challenged myself to single place and to use only the tools that came with the kit because I wanted to make it as practical as possible. I wanted to have it be all about showing beginners, this is what you can expect if you work on this kit. If this is your first diamond painting kit, or maybe just one of the first diamond painting kits you work on, here's what it's truly like to work on this kit just as it is presented to you. So, but it was really fun. It still worked up so quickly because there was a decent amount of color blocking, and I did a tiny bit of multi-placing with the little plastic 4-placer that came with my kit. I didn't want to go too wild with multi-placing because, again, I'm thinking beginner video. Let's keep it beginner friendly. So I kind of multi-placed through a couple of parts, but for the most part, it was single place and go. This was really fun to work on as just my first Diamond Art Club partial. It was obviously like a really nice quality. It had the usual suspects, as I call it, going for them. The drill quality, the glue quality, the canvas is a wonderful material. It's just, it's even softer than I feel like some of the canvases that we get in the kits that we order from the website, but I'm sure it's the same manufacturer. I just was like, oh, it's so soft. Again, I love that this was really beginner friendly, and I love that this was something I'd pick up in a craft store, a local craft store to me. Like I said, I just picked it up in Joann's. I had a coupon. I think I spent like $17 on this kit, which is, I feel, very, very reasonable. It even came with a little card in the box that I could submit for the warranty so that I would be covered under Diamond Art Club's lifetime warranty, which, again, love, love, love that. Things that I wasn't totally sure about. So if you get up close, there's some peach tones around the dog's snout. I feel like while I see that in the original artwork, which here's that original artwork if you're curious, I see where the peach is coming from, but honestly, I almost would have wanted to see that be like a lighter shade of beige instead. It just popped a little bit, especially against like these white ABs. There's a whole ton of white ABs like there in our doggo's forehead. There's a ton, and then any of the white you're seeing in his face is white AB. So I think that when you have like a white AB against a color like that, it just makes that color look like it has even more contrast. So I wasn't totally sure about that. And then this is more of just like a personal thing I need to figure out, but in partial drill kits where they do have a little bit of glue that goes just past the edge of the drill field, it's not as easy and clear cut to cover that up to prevent, see look, there's a crumb right there, to prevent dust and dirt and stuff like that from getting in that glue that's going past the edge of the drill field. I think you can do something like go over it with like a Q-tip and some nail polish remover or alcohol or something. I've seen people talk about it. But some of these spots, it would be really hard to get to. I'd be worried about taking the color off. So I don't know. That's me. I'm at a little bit of a loss. I'm like, what do I do with the glue that's going past the edge of the drill field here on these partial drill kits? That's why I'm like, I don't know. But it was really fun to work on. It was nice that I didn't have to do the whole background as well. It had a really fun effect. So anyway, this was the Hipster Boston Terrier from Diamond Art Club. And this was my second finish of the month, my 15th finish of the year, and my 78th finish overall. Let's shift this to the side. I have my last finish for the month to show you. My last finish for the month was actually the one whip that I had going into the month of May as well. This is New Friends from Diamond Art Club and Mandy Manzano. It's 56 by 56 centimeters, has 46 colors and square diamonds. This is another kit that I did a dedicated post review on, so if you'd like to see me get into all the nitty-gritty and details, feel free to take a look at that post review. I'll have it linked below in the description, as always. But this was really fun to get back to as a Mandy Manzano kit because Mandy Manzano, I feel like, is one of those original artists from Diamond Art Club. She's been around and partnering with them for quite a while. Her artwork translates just perfectly to diamond paintings, especially with how Diamond Art Club renders. And so it's always a joy to see even more of her artwork being turned into diamond paintings by Diamond Art Club. This was a kit that I started, like I said, at the end of April, actually, during the 4th anniversary celebration countdown live that Lindsay and I did together. And I had gotten this one as a sneak peek and had just wanted to work on it during the live, so I thought it would be fun. But then for whatever reason, I just didn't find myself reaching for it during the month. I really wanted to work on the kit from Enabler's Outpost. I really wanted to do my beginner video. And so those were the kits I tended to focus on at the beginning of the month. And I kind of came back to this one a little later in the month, like after the middle of the month. So it feels like I had this kind of in my whip pile for a while. And that made me just a tiny bit antsy because I'd like to not have whips going for as long, but that's a me problem. don't let it affect you. But once I got back to it, it was so nice to work on because there was tons of color blocking. It has Diamond Art Club's new square drills as well as their slightly tighter square drill field. And so everything fit really snugly together. The gapping is almost non-existent. The drill quality was absolutely fantastic. And because there was color blocking, it kind of zipped by once I got into it. I really love muted pastels a whole lot, and so that made this very much my kind of kit. It's chock full of ABs all throughout. I think there's 4 different AB colors in this kit. Lots of the white AB, that favorite of Diamond Art Club's, making these little bubble shapes throughout. Those are just pure ABs, pure white ABs. There's some blue ABs up here, some pink in her hair, some pale yellow ABs down in this corner, and then like that white throughout as well. I loved her tail so much and really wished that like Mandy Manzano's artwork would have shown like more of her tail, just because I think that that would have been absolutely gorgeous to work on. But I love the little fishy friend up here at the top. I adore it. So this was my 3rd finish for the month. Again, the name of it was New Friends. And like I said, if you want to see me get into a lot more of the nitty gritty, go ahead and take a look at that post review video. But for now, I'll leave it at that. Like I said, my 3rd finish for the month. This was my 16th finish for the year and my 79th finish of all time. I was gonna say of all time, but that sounds more epic than I'm intending to. So yeah, this was my 3rd finish. I'm gonna shift this to the side, and I have my whips to share with you all going into the month of June. Okay, no one panic yet. There is a mystery kit under my hands, but don't worry. I'm going to give you plenty of time to click away or skip forward. So this is the first whip that I have going into the month of June. And don't worry, I'll warn you before I unroll it. I promise. I promise. But I just wanted to briefly touch on a few things before I do that that will not give any spoilers away whatsoever. I'm super, super sensitive to that because I've managed to keep this kit a mystery for myself from start to finish. So this particular mystery kit, this is the fantasy mystery that released towards the beginning of May. The artist for this kit is Rikka Räikkönen. That's about it as far as the information Diamond Art Club gave us for this kit, the genre and the artist. I think the size may have been on the listing as well. But what I did when this kit came in is I had a family member actually open this kit up for me, open the canvas up, and then cover it with a solid like brown, it was packing paper, the paper that I used to wrap up kits to ship them out, because I didn't want to even see the rendering. I didn't know what the image was. I had a rough idea of the theme, and I was like, I would love the experience of having this mystery revealed to me section by section. And I'm going to do everything I can to avoid having it spoiled for me, which is why I'm going to keep going out of my way to prevent spoiling it for you guys. But anyway, I have just loved the experience of opening up a section and going, oh my gosh, look at these colors. Oh my gosh, what do I think this is? Oh, what do I think this is? Oh my gosh, here's this thing that's been revealed. The colors have been lovely to work with. The rendering has been amazing. And I am grateful that I've been able to keep this very much a secret from myself and have been able to watch it come to life, because I feel like that's really the core of what Diamond Art Club's intent behind these mystery kits is. But for me, it heavily depends on the artist. And this was one of very few artists that I thought, okay, I can go into this kit completely blind, and I'm like just about positive that I will love whatever it is, because that's how much I really do love Rikka Räikkönen's artwork. But, you know, it's still a gamble, and I think the more important thing, though, is to just embrace the process of working on a mystery kit. Even if it's not an image you would have picked out for yourself, there's still something really magical about working on a surprise like this. So with that being said, I am going to briefly share with you guys what this looks like. Here's what I'm going to do, though. So first, I'm going to limit what I say. So if you don't want to try skipping ahead and you just want to close the, minimize the tab or whatever, you're not going to hear me give anything away as far as what I'm talking about, just because I don't want you to have to like go to click to the slider and then accidentally see the image when you do that. So if you just want to minimize the screen or something, you can do that or flip your phone over. But I will also go ahead and I will put up a timestamp right here that will tell you when it is absolutely safe to skip ahead to and you're not going to see this image any longer. But for now, I'm just going to do a quick reveal of what I've completed so far going into June. And like I said, I'm not going to share details verbally about what I'm seeing. So here we go. Last chance to minimize or click away. I'm going to unroll this now, okay? Okay, here we go. Magical. That's as much as I will say. Absolutely magical, you guys. So this is over halfway done. I'm at about 3/4 done, I think. So you can see that up here at the top, this is the packing paper, and I literally stopped midsection to jump in with you guys, but I have a row and just over a half left. I adore what I am seeing of the rendering. I think that the rendering team once again has blown this out of the park. I would say though, if you go to work on a mystery and you want to try to cover it up like I have, I think maybe something like release paper might work a little bit better. This has just been a little clunky to maneuver around, this packing paper has, because I have it kind of like taped to the edge of the canvas and stuff. It is what it is, but it's a little clunky to work with. The details in this are absolutely magical, and like I said, I am enjoying, like, I started down here in this corner, and of course that revealed a bit of what this painting was going to be like, that told me something about what this painting was going to be like. I actually asked someone who knew what the image was already. I was like, where should I start to try to preserve as much of the mystery as possible? And they made that suggestion to start at the bottom. But like, look at what we have, like, starting to be revealed up here. I love it. This has been such a treat to work on. So I will probably do a dedicated post review on this particular mystery kit once it is complete. I also have shared progress pictures over on Instagram, very sparingly and behind lots of spoiler slides, but that is there as well. So I'm going to roll this back up, and if you are listening but not watching, I will let you know when it's safe to look again. Okay. You guys, it's safe. You're not going to see anything at all at this point. Like I said, I hope I'm able to preserve the mystery as much as possible for you guys, but I hope that for those of you that did want to see the image, that you enjoyed seeing that little spoiler. So that's the first whip I have going into June. The second one that I have going into June is very large, and I got a little bit of a head start on it. This is my first kit for Summer with the Masters. The name of this kit is actually called Summer. It's from the artist Alphonse Mucha, and I think the year on this one was 1898 is what it says on the canvas. This is tall. This is like huge panel, huge panel tall. This is from Diamond Painting Shop. Here's the name of the company. This is a new to me company and a fairly new company to the community. The owner is so incredibly sweet. It actually had contacted me to ask me if she could send me a kit and mentioned that she was getting in some more old Masters kits for Summer with the Masters. Since for Summer with the Masters, I have several kits that I really want to work on, and I know that we don't have a new start or a finish requirement for that event. I thought, let me go ahead and at least get a little bit of a head start on this one. So I started at the bottom and worked on it, I think, during my whip and chat this past week and my Patreon live, because I didn't want to work on the mystery during that time because I didn't want anyone to inadvertently have something spoiled. So I just have this little bit done. There's tons of confetti happening in here. I don't know if I'm going to finish this kit during Summer with the Masters because it's so large, and I have a lot of other kits that I absolutely want to get to as well. So this may be one that I work on and off over the next 2 months during the course of the event, and it may hang around until next year. We'll see. But this has a total of, let's see, does it say 53 colors, including 4 ABs, I believe. It has round diamonds, and the rendering so far looks really pretty. Obviously, we can't tell a ton yet, but it has this really typical of Mucha border that's going on that they've included in here, and I like the ABs that I'm seeing so far. I think that the glue is a fantastic quality. The plastic itself is a really, really thick plastic material. It's not like the really, really thin, like almost crinkly sometimes plastic covers that you see. This is thick with 2 C's. But I'm enjoying working on this one so far. I adore Muka's artwork, and so I can't wait to see how this one comes together. Now, as we're going into the month of June, I do have one more whip that I did not work on a single bit during the month of May, but I will mention it anyway because it's technically still in my whip pile, and that is my cross-stitch conversion to a diamond painting project. I'm working on the kit, or rather the cross-stitch chart Dragon Race Into the Night by Rose Kahn. I got the chart from Heaven and Earth Designs, and I just didn't find myself reaching for it in the month of May, and before I knew it, the month was over. And I was like, oh, I didn't work on that kit at all this month, did I? So I actually have plans to try to pull that out again soon. To be honest with you, I'm having a hard time getting up the motivation to work on it because I'm just struggling between the fact that I'm working on a double-sided adhesive canvas and the drill quality is just a bit poor. Sealing it has helped a lot, but it's also it's such a large scale project that I'm having a hard time with working with materials that can be frustrating. So anyway, that is technically my third whip. I will link to the playlist for that series below if you're curious to see what I'm talking about. Hopefully I will have some progress to share on that sometime in June. We'll see. Taking it one step at a time. But speaking of June, I just had a couple of really quick goals I wanted to share with you all and let you know kind of what to expect from my channel. So you're going to see a lot of content centering around Summer with the Masters, which is an event that I'm co-hosting with my friend Jessica over at Tiny Worlds of Wonder. It's the second year that we're doing this event, and it's centered all around artwork that is from before the year 1927 and is therefore a part of the public domain and free to use. So kits like this, you don't have to worry about licensing because it's part of the public domain. The copyright year currently for the United States is 1927, so any artwork produced before that time, with very, very few exceptions, is considered part of the public domain. So you can order customs of that artwork guilt-free, and know that, if you're ordering a piece like this one from a shop, that you don't have to worry about the licensing from the artists themselves. But there's just a huge, vast variety of artwork in this genre that it just has so much to offer that I love that we're just spending the summer really focusing on and celebrating that. Like I said, I have a lot of kits in my stash that I really badly want to make time to work on. So you'll be seeing a lot of that. You'll be seeing some weekly videos from me that have prizes as well. If you're interested in participating in Summer with the Masters, you didn't have to start right on June 1st or anything like that. And like I said, we're not requiring new starts or finishes. This is just about having a fun community event and celebrating together. I will link to the launch video, which I just put up today, which is June 1st, and you could take a look at that to find out all the details and participate if you like. I'm also hoping to squeeze in some time to participate in the Princess Along, which my friend Lindsay is co-hosting, as well as maybe a Pride Month event and or the Punked Out Diamonds event that my friend Knox is hosting. So somehow I need more hours in a day to work on all the diamond painting kits to support all my friends in the events that I badly want to participate in. So we will see what happens. And my other goal is just to spend a little bit of time at least on my Heaven and Earth Designs cross-stitch conversion project. So we'll see what happens. But you guys, thanks for hanging out with me during this recap video. I know I got a little chatty and shared quite a bit about these different projects, but I'd love to hear from you. What did May look like for you? What did you work on? And do you have any fun plans for the month of June? Any events you're thinking of participating in or kits you're excited to work on? Feel free to share below. I would love to hear, and I'm sure others would as well. Thank you so much for hanging out. If you are curious to follow along with my projects this month and see what's happening with the events that I'm hosting and whatnot, feel free to subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you. And there's also a bell symbol there you can click to be notified when I share new videos. All right, my friends, have an absolutely fabulous start to your month, and I'll chat with you in the next one. Bye.